Resting in the care of our Heavenly Father. This is a podcast from JOVAL. Hello everyone. Today, I simply want to speak from the heart, not as someone who has all the answers, not as someone who has lived a perfect life, but as someone who has walked through pain, loss, confusion, gratitude, and reflection. And through it all, slowly discovered something deeply comforting. That our Heavenly Father is far more mindful of us than we often realize. And if we truly knew this, if we truly trusted this, we would live a life of rest. Not a life without storms, but a life with peace in the middle of the storm. You know, there comes a point in this life of mine where titles, accomplishments, possessions, and even pride begin to lose their importance. Especially after experiencing loss, heartbreak, or the passing of time, we begin to see life differently. We begin to ask deeper questions. Why am I here? What truly matters? Is God really near to us? Does He truly care about the details of our lives? And from my own journey, I believe He does. I believe our Heavenly Father sees every silent tear we hide from others. He sees the worries we carry late at night. He understands the pain we cannot explain. And even when we feel forgotten by the word, we are never forgotten by Him. There were moments in my life when I felt uncertain. Moments when I carried sorrow quietly inside my heart. Times when life became very still and very personal. Yet somehow, in those quiet moments, I began to sense that God was still there. Not loudly, not dramatically, but gently. Almost like a whisper saying, I have not left you. And maybe someone listening today needs to hear those same words. Perhaps you feel lost. Perhaps you feel tired. Perhaps life has not turned out the way you expected. But please do not lose hope. Your story is not finished. Sometimes we think God only loves us when we are strong, successful, or spiritually worthy. But I've come to believe that He remains closest to us even in our weakness, especially in our weakness. He does not abandon us because we struggle. He does not walk away because we fail. He does not walk without mercy. His mercy continues reaching toward us again and again. And that realization changes everything inside a person. When we finally stop trying to carry the entire world on our shoulders and begin trusting God with what we cannot control, the soul slowly begins to rest. Fear loosens its grip, bitterness softens, hope begins to breathe again. And no, life may not suddenly become easy, The pain may still exist. Questions may still remain unanswered. But deep inside, there's a quiet assurance that we are being carried through it all. That is the kind of rest I'm talking about today. Not escape from life, but peace within life. And to anyone listening today who feels alone, discouraged, or forgotten, please remember this. The same God who watches over the stars and the oceans and also watches over you. He knows your name. He knows your struggles. He knows your heart. And even when the road ahead seems unclear, He can still guide your steps one day at a time. So today, I simply encourage you, breathe, slow down, trust a little more, pray a little deeper, not to ask but for gratitude and thanksgiving, and rest in the care of our Heavenly Father. Because if we only knew and trusted how mindful our Heavenly Father is of us, we would surely listen. We would surely live a life of rest. May peace remain with you. Thank you for listening. See you next time.